What it do, baby? We back. It's study hall, baby. You know how it goes. Oh, my bad. It's coming from the wrong audio source. But that is what I wanted to play. Really hope this shit doesn't get pulled. I got this fire in my bones. What up, y'all? It's study hall. If you're not familiar, this is the weekly chill stream for the show, where I typically do my research for the show to make the show fire as fuck. Yeah, fire in my heart tonight. Fire in my heart this ceiling. 911 an emergency, like fire. Fire in my heart tonight. Fire in my heart this ceiling. 911 an emergency. Sorry, I love this song so very much. Anyway, today's episode of Study Hall, we are going to pick the March Madness bracket using a coin. I got a quarter. We're going to flip. So that's what we're looking at right now. I already filled out my regular bracket. I got Baylor winning the whole thing, so please don't ask me that 1,000,000,001 times. Sorry, I'm trying to set this up so I can actually see what y'all see and make sure I have it adjusted correctly. So we're going to just scroll down, start from the round of 32, or start from round of 64. We are not doing the playing games. One, they've already been played, and two, we can have a deeper conversation about how insulting the fucking playing games are, especially considering my school, Texas Southern, has been in it like 5 years in a row, and they're like the first. Texas Southern is literally the best playing team in the history of the NCAA tournament, but they win the SWAC. Like, they won their conference, but somehow they're in the play-in tournament. I think the play-in tournament should be playing like teams that didn't win their conference. I agree with that overall premise. Gotta sip some of the magic juice, baby. I woke up feeling good today. I woke up 3 hours earlier than I thought I was going to, but I woke up feeling good, so I decided I was going to get ahead on some stuff. Like fire, fire in my heart tonight. Fire in my heart to see and believe in. Alright, let's do it. I just wanted to get that song. Man, I would love for this to be the new intro song for the podcast, but it's probably not meant to be. We're going to, the first game starts at 11 Central, which is where I'm at. So we're going to do some Twitter shit real quick, and then we'll pop it off. Shout out to everybody who followed, though. We're up to 52 followers right now, man. It's fucking lit. We're having a good time. I'm having a good time. You're having a good time. March Madness. And, of course, we have to keep Twitter open in case some wild shit goes off, which it does. For this week's Study Hall podcast, honestly, could think about making this like a permanent thing, but let's hit that lo-fi real quick. Shout out to Lo-Fi Girl, always carrying. I mean, like, the Lo-Fi Girl, it's just been carrying, honestly, all of us on her shoulders. Your work can feel much. Oh, look, no free ads. I watched the ads on that previous video before this video started, so I wouldn't have to get ads, but that didn't work. All right, let's do it. Spotify's not down today, so the chat's like relatively normal. Live on Twitch and YouTube. Let's do it, baby. We do need the YouTube link, I'm not gonna lie, so hold on a second here. YouTube, hopefully. I always get worried that people are gonna see some kind of previous search, because obviously I'm a guy and I watch inappropriate videos in my free time. Porn, not like other inappropriate videos. I watch those in my free time, so I just always get real concerned about people possibly seeing some of the weird stuff that I watch on the internet. Which, honestly, I think I'm relatively whatever. Anyway, what was I looking for? Oh, right. The link to the stream, which is live. Look at that. That's a lot better looking in terms of like presentation of the live stream there. Wow, it clicks right on the delay when it's just yelp porn. Anyway, YouTube, after I post this tweet on the 7 accounts that I have, I'm just kidding. I have my account, my personal account, the Ashton J. And the podcast account. Like I said, watch live on Twitch for study hall this week. Damn, I'm taking like forever to flip this fucking coin, right? There's got to be people who's like, wow, this. If you scrub ahead through all this, I would not hate you, mainly because it's already hard enough to get people to focus on anything that you do. Why is March Madness not trending right now? Is that not the hashtag they're using this year? Bracket Madness, right? Everybody's got a bracket, bro. Nobody cares though. NCAA. Wow, did they not pay for like a logo, a hashtag logo? Fucking weirdos, man. Like college sports, they be so whack, bro. Straight up. Is it just not coming up for me? Is that what's happening? Maybe that's what's happening. Maybe it's just not coming up for me. What a concept. Maybe I'm living an experience that somebody else isn't. Ooh, wrong account. Hold on. That's my Quidditch team's account, and then I just clicked on my sports account. Let's focus here for a second, Ashton. Just one second. Just focus up, buddy. Let me go to my personal Facebook account, which of course is excellent to put on the internet right now. Destruction. Oh, Crystal's pregnant. Congratulations to her. Anyway, back to Twitter before anybody can see anything personal. God damn it. Why is it taking forever to post this? Oh, there we go. Twitter. I didn't click it fast enough. Oh no. Don't dox any of those people, please. Shout out to the Lo-Fi girl. All right, let's do it. Coins right here. Pretty simple. Let's flip this thing. If you see me looking down, it's because I'm using my phone as a viewfinder. So if we're gonna start at the top, we're gonna start with Gonzaga, Georgia State. Really hoping that the coin is merciful. As this bracket is called Tails Never Fails, but look, man. Yeah. Anyway, heads is the high seed. Tails is the low seed every single time. First flip. Heads. Oh, thank God. We get to keep a 1 seed. We get to keep a 1 seed in the first matchup. All right, cool. Let me double check. All right, cool. That's the first one. Let's move on. Heads again. High seed. Boise State coming through. Congratulations to you. The coin is merciful today. Tomorrow, maybe not. We got UConn, New Mexico State. By the way, shout out New Mexico State. Jabari Rice, I used to cover him when he was in high school at Marshall High School, Fort Bend Marshall. Shout out to him. They made it to the tournament. I saw him tweet about it, and I thought it was like the coolest thing ever because I know the tournament means a lot to a lot of guys. A lot of dudes grew up watching it and shit like that. So, all right, cool. Oh, wow. I just got Penny Hardaway losing in the first round. Heads again. Whoa, we got all chalk so far. This is weird. Also, this is a 5-12 matchup, which is like one of the highest upset frequencies in all of NCAA college basketball. heads again, which means it's landing on tails technically because I'm doing the flip thing. But Arkansas, the must bust continues on. Here we go. Here we go. I like it so far. Alabama, Notre Dame. Let's find out. Heads again. Oh my god, we're about to get so many low seed. Like, there's gonna be a whole region where like it's all upsets because we've gotten heads how many times in a row? We've gotten heads 5 times in a row. So we're waiting for math to kick in 4 times in a row. So we're waiting for math to happen. Let's see. Next matchup, Texas Tech, Montana State. I got a lot of people in my life who are constantly in my ear about fucking Texas Tech. Another heads. I'm not even fucking around. Is this a double? I just checked. I was like, there's no way that I have a coin that's a double-headed coin or some shit like that. That's another heads. 5 straight. Oh, that may have done it. It's still spinning. Jumanji rules. Whatever it lands on the ground, I'm flipping that. And I think we just got our first tails. It lands straight down. It's another heads. Oh my god. We're going straight chalk all the way down, baby. We're about to, what, 6 in a row. 6 heads in a row. That's not great. Please don't make this 7. Oh my god. 7 head flips in a row. Duke wins, and we'll play Michigan State, which is unlikely to happen, by the way. Oh, my bad. I didn't flip that good. Oh my god, how does this even happen? At least it's a 1 seed. Baylor advances on. Another heads. That's 8 in a row? 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 heads in a row. Oh my god. We're gonna have a whole region where like only the upsets. Why is the coin so chalk? Why is the coin so chalk? Anyway, here we go. We got a tails! We got a tails, guys! And it's, oh my god, this is like, dude, I think this coin may be magic. Because it's an 8-9 matchup, which is like basically a coin flip, so, get it? I did that one by accident. I'm actually not smart enough to have cooked that up beforehand. Anyway, that's an upset. First tails, we got 9 head flips in a row. And we just got our first tails, and it's at an 8-9 matchup. I like the vibes of this coin so far. This coin is passing the vibe check so far. Let's flip it. We're back to heads. We've got 11 heads to 1 tails. I should have probably calculated that. I should have added that in. That would have been cool to be like, here's a tails counter, head tails counter. Anyway, let me do this little matchup real quick, and then I'll actually add that in. What was it? That was heads. So St. Mary's, the most competitive team out of the WCC, that is one of the few teams this season that actually beat Gonzaga, the overall #1 team in all the land. I say all the land because, like, legitimately, this is statistically, this is the best Gonzaga team ever. Like, this is the best Gonzaga team ever. They're top 10 in offensive rating and defensive rating for the first time in like team history. So, sorry, I'm trying to find the text bubble. Here we go. Head tail count. All right. Hopefully this won't take too long. Heads. Man, that's so peaceful. God damn. You think Lo-Fi Girl listens to her own audio? Like her own audio? Coin count. So we got 11. Sorry, that was, I think that was 10. 11 to 1 so far. And then the background color, we can make it black so that you can actually see the letters. Yo, man, I love this stream. This is the only, by the way, the only time I listen to this lo-fi stream is when I do, this show. So yeah, hold on, I gotta fix the, actual text color. Yo, get the fuck out of here, bro. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out. Oh, that was the text color. I messed that up. We'll just do white on black classics. Let's do that. All right, we didn't get a background color, but it's right here. I messed something up. Hold on. Head, tails. Hold on. So the text is white. Background color does not exist yet. That's what the problem is. All right. Still doesn't exist. Love this. This is great. Great example of like why my show takes so long to come into existence, guys. There we go. Matter of fact, at some point that could end up whatever. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. So far we're at 11 head counts to 1 tails. We need to go back. There we go. All right, here we go. I'm back. So we finished with St. Mary's. Oh, this is a big one. I'm a big fan of Johnny Juzang, so I'm really hoping that UCLA survives the first round thanks to the coin. Is that music too loud? Hold on. A little bit. Kind of too loud in my ears, but whatever. We will power through, ladies and gents. All right, so we got UCLA, Akron. Another heads. This is actually kind of ridiculous at this point. UCLA survives. Texas, Virginia Tech. Please let it be a tails. I would love for the coin to be like, fuck Texas real quick. Hold on. Let me... trying to make sure I keep track of this so that we like periodically can go back. As you can tell, I totally thought this out really well. I just woke up today and I was just like, let's do a coin flip bracket. It's 12 right now. We got 1 tails. All right. Ooh, look. Jumanji rules. It didn't actually land. Okay, now it has landed. It was pinned up against something. So I'm going to flip it. This is how it landed. It's a tails. Fuck Texas. It's a tails. Virginia Tech for the upset in round 1, which is actually what I picked in my regular bracket. Don't tell anybody. Heads again. Back at it like a bad habit. Like a crack at it. 13. Heads again. Purdue wins. Purdue winning makes sense. They were one of the best teams in the Big Ten this year. And the Big Ten is like fire as hell this year. Heads again. This is really weird. Murray State wins. Shout out. San Francisco, one of the darlings of the tournament so far. All right, it's a heads again because it landed on tails. Heads again. Holy crap. Kentucky wins. I'll take that. I'll take a Kentucky dub in the first round. Tails. We got a tails. On the board, ladies and gentlemen. That is the 3rd tails to the 15 heads that we have flipped so far. Oh, wow. The bracket. Wright State beating a 1 seed. As you guys know, by the rules of the NCAA, I'm just kidding, it's not by the rules, but there has been one time in the history of the NCAA tournament that all the 1 seeds have advanced on to the final round, or to the Final Four. So at some point, a 1 seed has to fall. You would also know that one of the rarest upsets in all of sportsdom when it comes to this thing, in particular when it comes to one of the rarest things in all of sportsdom when it comes to this whole upsets thing when it comes to the tournament, because the tournament's all about upsets or whatever, right? That's what makes it fun. That's why people care. One of the biggest issues is the 1/16 matchup. It's only been upset one time, and it was University of Maryland, Baltimore County versus Virginia, who the following year would show up again and then win the national championship. That was the year I think they had Joe Harris on the squad, who plays for the Nets, and his season is over because of his ankle. All right, so we just updated the coin count. It's 15 head flips to 3 tails. So tails bringing up the rear. Anyway, moving on. Please don't fire me. I enjoy my job. Scrolling up a little bit here so people can see. Hopefully, U of H coming up here, and I don't like the tails situation we're in right now. Tails! Back-to-back tails, ladies and gentlemen. We got a first-timer back-to-back tails, another 8-9 upset. The coin, not a fan of the 8 seeds this year. So TCU, out of the Big 12, projected to upset Seton Hall in round 1. There's a kid that I used to cover from Houston. No, I didn't used to cover him, but there's a kid from Houston. And that was his deal. He played at Sam Houston. He went to TCU. I wonder if he's actually starting. I have to check before the game start. But anyway, we got about 40 minutes before the first NCAA game tips off. U of H versus UAB. These are two UAB, obviously University of Alabama, Birmingham, a program. They lost their football program like a couple years ago, and then they brought it back. University of Alabama was, doing their thing. Anyway, U of H versus UAB. U of H is like one of the most hotly contested seeds this year. They don't have a ton of offensive firepower, but what they did last year was what they've done the last couple years has been very impressive. Tails! Oh, no. No, not my precious Cougars. I'm from Houston. I didn't go to U of H or anything like that, but, I want to root for them, mainly because they got a lot of dudes from Houston on their roster as well. So, that was brutal. That was tough. Fuck the coin. Not fan of the coin right now. Another tails. Here's that run, ladies and gentlemen. You starting to feel a little bit. Now we got 3 tails flips in a row. Chattanooga. University of Chattanooga advancing on to face Illinois, who was the number 1 team in the country at one point. Tails again. Here we go. Here's the math. Oh, man, this is so bad. Michigan with a massive upset. A lot of people like Colorado State this year. A lot of people feel like they're really underrated. I actually read an article about how they basically had to rebuild their program from scratch a couple of years ago, and they are way ahead of schedule in terms of overall program development. It was really good. Scroll up a little bit, my bad. So we got Michigan. Oh, God. A lot of people really like Tennessee, too. For a lot of reasons, but hopefully Longwood not about to pull an upset here, but I guess we'll find out. Longwood pulls an upset in this round of the tournament. Every low seed is won in this section of the bracket so far. So yeah, massive upsets around the board. Everybody taking an L. Shout out to math evening itself out. It's really weird. Oh, we got a heads. Ohio State somehow gonna survive the madness in round 1 and beat Loyola Chicago. Sister Jean. Get ready for the Harry Potter jokes. If you're a big fan of Harry Potter and stuff like that, get ready for those jokes. They love to talk about how Loyola Chicago's gear looks like Gryffindor colors. They love it on the internet. It's one of the most basic bitch jokes of all time, but they will tell it. So we got Villanova, Delaware, the Blue Hens, home of Joe Flacco, former home of Joe Flacco, versus the 2C Villanova. Shout out to the Blue Hens. Apparently, they are going to pull one of the more rare upsets in all of NCAA-dom. They will beat Villanova. This is the bracket this is the part of the bracket that's going to absolutely murder us. I feel like we did really, really well in that first section. Got the right amount of upsets, but now we're getting all upsets across the board. It's not great. Caught that midair. You saw that elite athleticism. Heads! Kansas will beat Texas Southern. That's brutal. Like I said before, I went to Texas Southern for a little bit. Yeah. put the coin count over here. I just didn't want to block the chat box or whatever, but I guess it would kind of help a little bit. Whatever. We should update the coin count. I think it's at 17. Yeah, we got a 17 because of Ohio State, and one we just got just now for Kansas, and then we add 6, making this 9. All right, coin count so far. Let's get it popping. Jesus, man. If you're in the chat and you got your bracket picked out, let me know who you got for the championship. Let me know who you got for the champs. Let me know your upsets too. Let me know your biggest upset in the first round. Bet none of you guys got a 1-16, but you know, like I do. 8-9. Another 9 seed wins. Creighton victorious in round 1 to advance on to play Kansas. I will point this out. So far, all of the 9 seeds have won according to the coin. Something to think about. Iowa versus the Richmond Spiders, who do have a Spider-Man theme. They have a Spider-Man themed uniform, and I feel like they should be legally required to wear it at the tournament. Tails. Richmond Spiders upsetting Iowa, a team that a lot of people got high on late. Some people who were in the quote-unquote shark category kind of troubled a little bit about how well people have done. So yeah, about how well Iowa has done as of late. Seems like a lot of people calling, they're using the R word, recency bias. Everybody's favorite term that has permeated sports. We got Providence versus South Dakota State. They're the Jackrabbits, I believe. Off the top of my head. Tails! South Dakota State with an upset. Let me add these tallies on here. And then I got Creighton on there as well. Oh, man. This is hilarious. Ooh. All right. Moving on. Oh, wait. So we got to scroll up a little bit here. We got LSU, Iowa State, Wisconsin, Colgate, USC versus Miami coming up here. Heads! We're back on the favorites, apparently now. LSU for the win versus Iowa State. Not Will Wade there anymore, but apparently Will Wade suspended again. Another heads. Wisconsin for the win. Big Cat will be happy about that. Johnny Davis. USC Miami. Upset. The Hurricanes advance on. Auburn versus Jacksonville State. This is the last of the first round. Going chalk. Auburn wins. Boom. All right, now we need to figure out how to... Well, we don't need to figure it out, but we need to scroll over a little bit. Science. All right, so we're back at the top. Oh, my bad. For those of you who heard that. We're back at the top. I should have reduced my delay to like 0 seconds. Anyway, we're back at the top for the coin flips. Round of 32 here. Heads! Gonzaga survives again off of a head flip. If you're just joining us, we are doing a coin flip bracket. Basically, the entire bracket is selected with the magic of this coin. We started off with 9 consecutive head flips. There was not an upset selected until the 8-9 matchup. Or is this the only section of the... No, the 9 seed is the first tails flip that we had. So we had a lot of chalk in the first one, and then we had way too many upsets in the other bracket. But we'll get to that when we get to it. Gonzaga will beat Boise State. Hot take. UConn versus Arkansas. UConn versus the Must Bus. Tails, which is the upset, and UConn wins. Damn. I was thinking like high-low, but yeah, UConn wins on that one. Arkansas falls in the second round. of the NCAA tournament after making it all the way to the Elite Eight last year, I think, off the top of my head. We move on. SEC versus Big 12. Texas Tech, one of the hottest teams in the game this year, taking on Alabama. Texas Tech wins. Texas Tech advances on to the next round of the tournament. That would be the Sweet 16, baby. We gotta come up with a better name for like the round of 32. But we've been, I'm sure many marketing majors have tried. That's heads. Duke advances on to face Texas Tech in the Sweet 16. Baylor Marquette. Heads again. Baylor advances on. The 1 seed is still alive. There's already a 1 seed that's out, in case you were wondering. We'll get to it when we get to it. We'll see. Heads again. It's UCLA. Johnny Juzang and UCLA advance on. I will say this. Johnny Juzang and UCLA are mad clutch. Like, that's their whole deal. Like, close games, they are just unfucking believable. Virginia Tech, Purdue. Heads again. Purdue moves on. The Boilermakers cooking. Let's see if the coin will reveal the Cinderella for this year. Potentially Murray State. Heads again. Kentucky advances on. Look, it's so weird. You guys are seeing it, right? Like, it's the same section of the bracket where we got all those heads flips in a row, and it's still being like in this section chalk. It's almost like the coin has a mind of its own. It's amazing. Wright State, TCU. Heads again. I honestly, man, I kind of like this bracket. Like, this part right here has just enough weird shit happening that it feels okay. It feels acceptable to a certain degree. The other part where, all the upsets and shit happen, I'm a little worried. Anyway, this is the part where I'm worried. So we lost U of H, right? The U of H, the 5 seed. UAB advanced on. We lost Illinois to Chattanooga. They're facing each other, 12 versus 13, to see who faces off against TCU in the Sweet 16. Not much of a difference. Heads, UAB, by the de facto meaning of Cinderella, by winning 2 games in the tournament when you need 8 to get to the championship. They're on a Cinderella-type run right now, ladies and gentlemen. Michigan taking on Longwood. This is one of the sketchier upsets that we had. Also, Michigan is a kind of sketchy upset. We got tails. Longwood, another Cinderella, cooking on past Michigan. Ohio State taking on the Delaware Blue Hens to face Longwood in the Sweet 16. Heads, Ohio State wins again. This is a weird point because Ohio State is the high seed and they beat Loyola Chicago in this section over here, right? So when the first round, they were all tails and they were all upsets, and then the only head in this entire region was Ohio State. It was only Ohio State, so it was pretty funny that Ohio State got another head flip to go their way. Interesting. Kansas beat Texas Southern in the first round. Now they will face off against Creighton to get to the Sweet 16. Heads! Kansas wins. I would like to say the coin has actually fulfilled one of the bracket requirements for it to be like a legit bracket, and it has eliminated a 1 seed. Where is it? Where's the 1 seed that got eliminated? I think it was it's later on, right? It eliminated a 1 seed earlier, so there should be a 16 here somewhere. I think it's further down. But yeah, no, we got Kansas onto the Sweet 16. We got a 12-13 matchup here again because both of the 5 and the 4 seed fell in this region as well. The back of my hand hurts so much from slapping it that hard. Tails, an upset. The Jackrabbits advance on to face Kansas. Next up, some names of some schools that you actually know. LSU, Wisconsin. And then Miami, Auburn. Heads, Wisconsin wins again. Auburn, Miami. Heads, Auburn wins. That round was a lot of heads on it. I'm trying to find the 1 seed that got eliminated. Pretty sure there was a 1 seed that got eliminated. By the way, in case you haven't noticed, I completely forgot. Oh, it was Wright State. Wright State, who lost to TCU. And lost to TCU in round 1. In the second round. So, yeah. By the way, in case you forgot, totally forgot where we were in terms of tracking the heads and tails. There was a lot of heads that got added on here, so we're just going to you know, we're just going to guesstimate and push it up to like 27. 27 to 3, and then we're going to add 3 more. We're going to add 3 more tails. No, we're going to add 4 more tails. Wait, yeah, no. Right there. We're good. We're good. We're good. It's still really lopsided like it's been the entire time. I do need to move the coin counter to the middle because we've now advanced onto the Sweet 16. By the way, ESPN, you need to fix the way this thing is formatted. Like you click on you click on a region, like the bracket isn't like shaped like a bracket. Anyway, so we don't need to move the coin counter. I can put this back here so you can see who advances on, and then we can start at the top of this bracket. And as I wait for my hand to heal up because I've been slapping the shit out of it, we move on to the Sweet 16, ladies and gentlemen. Starting to get serious. Gotta let the coin focus up a little bit. You know what I mean? Gotta let it get ready. These are key decisions that it's making now. Sorry, trying to make sure I get this lined up so y'all can see the matchup that's going. There we go. Gonzaga, UConn. 1 seed versus a 5. Oh, buddy. UConn somehow, with the absolute Cinderella run, beats Gonzaga in the Sweet 16, and now the bracket is completely off the rails, right? Texas Tech, Duke. Another upset, and Texas Tech somehow ends up into the Elite 8. Baylor, UCLA. Tails again. Oh, man. UCLA beats the 1 seed Baylor team that I picked to win the championship in my other bracket. Purdue, Kentucky, another tails. Purdue wins. Purdue wins versus the 2 seed Kentucky. TCU, UAB. Oh, sorry. Actually, I'm going to reflip that. That was sketchy. We gotta maintain our coin flipping integrity. This is important work. TCU, UAB. TCU wins. First heads of the Sweet 16. Another heads, ladies and gentlemen. Ohio State. Ohio State making a run. Ohio State making a magical type run here. Because they've gotten 3 heads in a row. It's wild as hell. Think about that. Just like one team getting that lucky. You know what I mean? Kansas, South Dakota State. Tails, they've had to get 3 heads, and they've gotten 3 heads because they've been the high seed in every matchup they've played so far. Tails, South Dakota State beats Kansas in the Sweet 16. Love it. Love it. It makes perfect sense. It's not a healthy amount of chaos anymore. There's a healthy dose of chaos, and this one's gone too fucking far. Wisconsin, Auburn. Tails again. Wisconsin with the upset. That actually kind of makes sense, like in the long run of things, but you know, we'll talk about when we get to it. Let me make sure this is lined up so y'all can see it. The Elite 8 is up next. The Elite 8 up next, baby. Let's see. Wait. Oh, it's misaligned. Okay. I was waiting on it to update, but it never did. Yeah, there we go. You guys should be able to see it. UConn, Texas Tech. All right, let's do this. Elite 8, my bad. There we go. UConn, Texas Tech. Heads. UConn finally falls after beating the 1 seed Gonzaga in the Sweet 16, and Texas Tech advances on to the Final 4. I will point this out. Look at the Elite 8. So we got a 5, a 3, a 4, a 3 and a 4, a 9 and a 7, a 13 and a 3. The only super unreasonable team that we have right now is South Dakota State. Everything else, totally fucking feasible. Like, totally feasible. I will say unlikely that none of the 1 seeds ever make it to the NCAA tournament, so that's probably what's going to screw this bracket over in the long run. But facts are facts, man. We got 20 minutes to go, and we might have some action here in the first round with the way the tournament's shaking out. We'll see. I'm about to go get some food so I can watch everything else unfurl, if you will. So we move on to the Elite 8s. East region, UCLA takes on Purdue. Can Johnny Juzang and the Bruins do it again? Oh! The Bruins are back, baby. They move on to the Final Four. Purdue, the Boilermakers, their magical season comes to an end. One of the best seasons they've had in a long time, as a matter of fact. TCU, Ohio State, out of the South region. Heads, Ohio State, victorious again. Ohio State with 4 straight head flips. 4 straight head flips to advance on. They've been the high seed in every matchup they've played so far in the tournament, and they've gotten 4 head flips to go along with it. Crazy to think about that. Let's find out if the coin still loves South Dakota State for some reason, and Wisconsin advances on. Or Wisconsin advances on. This is key. Oh, snap. The Jackrabbits advance on to the Final Four. Oh, man. Yeah, here we go. This is the world that we live in. You did this. And when I say you, I mean me. Oh, man. Oh, you can actually see it perfectly. There's only 4 teams left so far. I say so far. There's only 4 teams left in the NCAA tournament. One is a 3 seed, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, who've been red hot. This is probably the best season they've had. They've had really good. They had a really good season the last 2 years with Chris Beard, and then the whole situation happened where he went to Texas and lost in the first round of this tournament to Virginia Tech. Anyway, which I'm sure will make the Texas Tech fans happy because they hate Chris Beard now for some reason. Let's flip it. Texas Tech, UCLA. Who moves on to the national championship game? UCLA and the Bruins on to the national championship game. Will Ohio State get another heads? By the way, that would make 5 straight head flips for the Ohio State Buckeyes to advance on to the national championship game. If they can, they upset the coin's favorite. It's darling this year. It's Cinderella. It's the time for the pumpkin to pop out here for South Dakota State. And for the 5th straight game, Ohio State will pull the massive upset over the South Dakota State Jackrabbits, who have been the coin's favorites since the first round of the tournament. I'm going to have to look up South Dakota State's. If they make it past the first round, yeah. If they make it past the first round, it's on. It's on. Like, it really is. You know what time it is. UCLA, Ohio State for the championship. Our national champion is. It was a head flip, but because Ohio State is the low seed, the UCLA Bruins are the national champions. John Wooden somewhere shedding a single tear as Ohio State came oh so close to a Cinderella type run. 5 straight head flips in games that Ohio State participated in for the coin flip bracket. And the last head flip did not go. Last head flip went their way, but did not go their way. Absolutely astounding. Honestly, I feel the magic about Ohio State now. This bracket, this coin flip situation has given me absolutely no statistical information about any of these teams, but it's got my mind programmed to root for certain people that it wasn't before. So yeah, here we go. We'll go national championship game 67, 75. Who cares? Submit pick. There you go. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. And just in time, it's about 15 minutes until tip-off of the ESPN. It's just about tip-off for the March Madness bracket. You got to warm yourselves up. You got to get ready for all of that Impractical Jokers you're going to be taking in for that. This is the Impractical Joker season in terms of getting those ratings up. So get yourself mentally prepared for that. Don't drink too hard. It is St. Patrick's Day. That means that there's a ton of drink specials that are going on. Be safe. Be smart out there. Don't be that guy. I'm going to keep studying up and all that kind of stuff like that off stream. But I feel like Study Hall was a rousing success. We got a good 45 minutes out of this. And honestly, that was about 45 minutes more than I thought was going to get out of this. By the way, the heads flips won overwhelmingly. It was not a 50-50 endeavor, but yeah, shout out. Here we go. Oh, by the way, I'm going to be the cool guy who's just like, oh yeah, I actually got UCLA winning the whole thing, and it's literally just going to be in reference to this bracket. Like, there are very much craft brew picks for winning the championship. So shout out to everybody who showed up currently and in the future to watch this show in particular. I will be tuning out, getting ready for the March Madness tournament, and also reading a shit ton of articles. I also have to do I have to get back to doing my NFL draft prospect TikToks, and I'm gonna make a TikTok out of this. I'm gonna try to, at least. And on that note, it's time to go home. Make sure, guys, you know what? I don't give a damn if they pull it. They probably will. But I'm going to finish with a favorite of mine. I love this song so much for some reason. And we're going to skip this ad here in a second, but we're going to finish off. We're going to finish off strong. Ladies and gents. Fire in my heart tonight. Fire in my heart to see it. Believing. Anyway, wash your hands, wash your ass. If you have the ability to take a whole shower, please do it as often as possible. Drink your water, you deserve it. And eat your vegetables, kids. I'll talk to you guys on Friday. Follow me. Na 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 na. Got that fire in my bones. I got this fire in my bones. Believe me.